Hello and welcome to another one of my videos. Today we are going to explore what happened to the DeLoreans from the Back to the Future movies 1, 2, and 3, and what happened to the Toyota SR5 pickup truck. And of course, as you know that, you see a lot of the DeLoreans around, tons and tons of DeLoreans, like at car museums and what have you. And I spotted this one back at the Hollywood show. This gentleman was traveling all over the country, I guess, so thank you, sir, for letting me take a video of your car. It was really cool. You could see his little flux capacitor lighting up in the background, and he just did really a totally awesome job on the car. Just beautiful car. But which one is the original and what happened to it? Did the cars end up in a museum? They end up in a private collection? Well, today I'm going to try to explain what happened to the original DeLorean cars. And again, here's just a video of the car I saw at the Hollywood show. So let's go ahead and explain what happened to them. So apparently there were 6 DeLoreans used for the movie, and only 3 cars remain now. So I'm going to try to explain what happened to the cars here. So the most detailed vehicle used during the production was the A car, and it was also known as the Hero car. When the filming of Back to the Future 3 finished, the vehicle was put on display at Universal Studios in Hollywood. It was an ideal location for viewing, but some of the visitors were starting to remove the parts from the car. So the car was repaired and restored to near perfect condition and placed it in a clear display at Universal Theme Park and out of reach of people, so they don't steal the parts like they've been doing. And so the A car has since been moved to no location, which is I believe it's at the Peterson Museum in LA. So they do have an actual real deal Back to the Future car, and here it is. This is thanks to Peterson Museum for the picture here, so I will give them the credit. And here are more pictures of the car, the actual Hero car. And I'm glad they rescued the car, because it was just sitting around, from what I heard, rotting at Universal Studios and getting the parts pulled off. And you could still visit it now. I believe the Peterson Museum has reopened due to the disease that's going on. I can't say the disease name, but it's there for viewing now. I'm so glad. The last time I was at Peterson Museum, they just had a regular DeLorean there, which you saw in one of my pictures. Now, we're going to talk about this DeLorean, which is the DeLorean number 3, or I believe it's the B car. Quote me if I'm wrong. But this car was actually auctioned, I think it was back around 2011, and you could actually see this car at the Hollywood Museum, and that too has reopened in August. It just reopened, so you could see the car. And then here's the other car. This one was the car that was on the rails. This one was the one that got smashed up. This is, I think, the car C. So this too was restored back to its original condition. But I believe the 2 out of the 3 are not in private hands. So I'm showing you a video that I took back in 2017 when I was in Hollywood Studios in California. And of course, there's the original Knight Rider car from the 2008 Knight Rider series. And these are the actual cars that were used in both TV and movies. These are the real deal cars here. There's Magnum's car. That was a stunt car there, but I know we're not talking about these 2 cars on the left here. We're talking about Back to the Future. So there is Biff's car from Back to the Future 1. Yes, that is the one and only Biffs convertible, the 1946 car. And I'm trying to slow this down here so you could see it. There's Biff's car. And then the next car over is the Ford, or I'm sorry, that's the Lightstar Pulse. That was in Back in the Future 2. And this is the Ford Probe, what you see in the middle there. And then the Ford Edsel. So those 4 cars were in the Back in the Future movies, and they're the real deal. So, and then here's just some of the other cars from other movies, of course, like the Flintstones. But these are the real cars, so if you want to go see them, definitely, you should definitely go to the Universal Studios in LA, man. That is the best. You get to go on the sets and everything, on the tram here, and you could go through the lots and everything, and it's just a lot of fun if you're a huge movie fan like myself. You want to see where they filmed like Psycho and the Munsters and what have you. But there's just so many treasures there to see. Here's some other cars. Fast and Furious. You know, all these cars, man, are right there for you to see. So next is the Toyota SR5 pickup truck. And there were only a few used in the movie. There was a weird story. So the actual pickup truck from the movie was stolen and used as a smuggling truck to smuggle drugs across the U.S. and Mexican border. So what ended up happening is the truck was in total disarray. And later, the father and son duo, the Shays, from Massachusetts, they were able to locate the truck, and they were able to restore it. And here it is at the Hollywood Museum. I believe this is the truck because their car that was in Back to the Future 3 is there right now being exhibited as well. So you could see both vehicles right now at the Hollywood Museum in LA. So again, I just want to thank everyone for watching another one of my What Happened to car videos. This car that you see, of course, this was from the Volo Museum. There are a lot of replicas, but it's still pretty darn cool. It's pretty accurate. And again, I will have more videos like this one out there in the future. So we're out of time. But it was always fun. I love doing cars that I've seen as a kid. And please don't forget to hit the subscribe channel. I will have more What Happened to car videos like this one. Take care.